We have C-Moez, is that right?
Yeah, correct.
In the building.
Correct. In the building, live and direct.
What's going on?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. C-Moez. I'm thinking that's your short for more, your last name.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, pretty much it's a play off my real name, my government.
You don't want to give your government out.
Oh, you government Christopher Moore. It's my Facebook.
Christopher Moore?
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you come up with C-Moez?
It's complicated because when I started, originally the name was The Kid, and then I changed it. And then shout out to Ian, he was calling me C-Mo. It was C-M-O. And then like C don't know when I started battling.
Okay.
They started calling me Easy. So pretty much what I did was I took the C-M-O and put the E-Z, and it became
Easy
C-Moez.
because you were killing them?
Pretty much.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to put you in the hot spot, right?
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay. So today we have C-Moez in the building, Christopher Moore.
Yes, sir.
He brought his crew here. Gotti.
The Kid Ace.
The Kid Ace.
AKA New Gang City.
New Gang City in the building.
Are you an independent artist?
Yes.
Or you have an independent label you're working? That's your label?
Yes. Ghost House.
Can you tell us about it?
Oh yeah, Ghost House is pretty much the squad, New Gang City. It started, you know what I'm saying? The whole time we would just put music out.
Okay.
So what we did was we just fall back a little bit, just put the pieces together to give the foundation to stand on. Like I said, we were just putting music out, just doing what we doing. But if we got to figure, they say if you can't do it, you got to do it yourself.
Right.
We took that literally, like videos, do it ourselves.
Wow.
Photos, do it ourselves. Recording and mixing, do it ourselves. So why not do your own label?
That makes sense.
Pretty much.
That makes sense. I see you have a lot of mixtapes.
Yes.
You remember the first one?
Instrumental Slaughter one. That's the first one.
What inspired you to do it? Or even give it that title?
It's just pretty much what I was doing and still doing, slaughtering beats. It was just freestyles.
Really?
Freestyles. I think I have 4 versions of that one tape.
Okay.
And then it went on.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it went on. What happened after that? Freestyle Frenzy. Road to Room Service. Free Sample, which I just dropped. Jokes, by any means necessary.
Tell me you bought some here.
Yes. Yeah, some of the EP.
Okay, I was about to say, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
part
that
2
cover.
coming, part 2 coming. I'm working on it right now.
Okay. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. Shout out to Moti.
Tell me, describe this picture to me. What were you thinking at that time?
Pretty much, it's like, because pretty much when I was making the tape, like when y'all log on and hear the tape, you can hear the frustration within the music, within the industry. Because when I started music in general, from when I was younger, and I compare it to now, it's not the same. So at the same time, it's like I love you, but I hate you at the same time. And I'm so frustrated because it's like, y'all doing so much of this and we fell off from what we started from. So everybody's chasing the radio and doing this, we lost our identity. If you look at the West Coast, the West Coast still sound like West Coast. I listen to Games documentary too. I feel like I'm in Compton. Even with Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City, I feel like I'm in Compton in the 90s.
Right.
You listen to T.I., even people that's newcomer from the South, like everybody has their own style.
We lost
New York,
ours.
I feel like we lost it a little bit.
I don't think we lost it. I think we lost it a lot.
I think it's coming back because you got artists like Dave East. He's coming.
Okay.
That when I see stuff like that still gives me hope. So when I made the EP F-Rap, it was just me frustrated and just self-destructing. That's why I'm like this in the cover.
Right.
It's like I'm just gonna off myself if y'all don't get it together.
You're like you could change the game.
Oh yeah, I believe so, definitely.
I see you from Queens.
Yes.
Okay,
Queens
and I'm sure 50 Cent. You're inspired by 50.
Yeah, that's the big homie.
Really?
Shout G on it, man. Shout G on it.
Don't tell me I know you guys admire Brooklyn rappers too.
Oh, yeah,
I was raised in Brooklyn.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
Which part?
Crown Heights.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had guys like Jay-Z, Nas. Growing up, Biggie. And I think during that time, probably the 90s, late 90s when Diddy came out, and I think he took hip hop to another level.
I can agree with that, yeah.
And I looked up, to guys like Biggie, and people were like, "Why you're a female? Why are you looking up to people like Biggie or Foxy, Kim?" I think they stood for change.
Yeah, and plus they were ahead of their time.
Exactly.
Way ahead of their time.
Exactly, and I don't see that out right now, and I also see rappers who are so talented, yet they fall into the I want to fit in. And I hate that, you know, because I remember 50's first album. Mm-hmm. There was a line. It was like like a movie release. Mm-hmm. Everywhere I went, it was sold out. But now I kind of feel like he has lost it too. Mm-hmm. So what do you think about that? Do you feel like he's trying to fit in or like...
No, I think he's doing his own thing because he's done so much since then just from watching. I watch everybody. Like with people in music, they say, "Oh, I'm just focused on me.
Right.
I'm not paying attention to anybody else." But what you fail to realize is music is like driving on the highway. Mm-hmm. You can worry about your car.
Right.
But if you're not watching ahead of you, you could run into something.
Right.
So I'm watching everybody. So I think with him is just he's gotten older. There's only but so much he can do now. You can only but elevate. You can't go backwards. Got to move forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I still think he has a responsibility.
You say he think he has?
He does.
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
he does.
Of course.
Yeah, like to people coming up in Queens too. Like,
yeah.
you know, because I'm sure you said you looked up to him.
Yeah. Him, a lot of people. Stack Bundles, rest in peace.
Okay.
Because with music, I started more on the underground level, like the come up DVDs, Smack DVD before the battles were all over YouTube. This is when you had to buy the DVD to get the battles. Right. And this is when you had to what else? I said come up. Sub-Zero, All Access, That Diesel. This is what I come from. So I'm watching dudes like Stack Bundles, rest in peace. I'm watching dudes like Ransom, Mano, Uncle Murder, French Montana. When Max was still out, these are the people I'm watching.
Papoose.
News.
Right.
Like some of the people I'm naming, Angelus, Jay Mills, but before he went to Young Money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is that's what I fell in love with.
Right.
So when you look at that, when I look at industry now compared to what that looked like, it's like, what are we doing?
So you think if music was like the way it is now, you would not be so inspired by it?
In a sense.
Yeah.
Because it's a cause and effect.
Okay. I feel like if we grew up in this time, if we was like in high school now,
right,
we wouldn't be the way we are now, you know.
Right.
Lyrical wise. Because nowadays there's no lyrics.
There's no lyrics I think I could be a rapper now.
Anybody can be a rapper.
Anybody can do it. Right? All you need is a lot of auto-tune and extra reverb.
Exactly.
And some pump and bass.
And a hook from Future.
Right.
Jump in.
Oh, right?
Oh, man.
It's true. I feel the same way. I feel like, I could just get in the shower and think of something and boom,
It's a hit.
It takes away. And also, I feel like people from the South came up here. I don't know if it was Outkast. And we started, imitating them. Mm-hmm. And just like you were saying before, they kept their style. But we're trying to fit in. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why? Everyone copies us.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
What it is? I ran into my homeboy, Design. Shout out to Design. And we had a conversation. I was walking to Cito crib, and I bumped into him. And we had a 10-minute conversation. We was talking about this. And he said, he's a little older than me, so he said something that really stuck. Mm-hmm. He was like, well, you got to think about it. When we was kids, he was like, I'm 22 now. So, I was born in 93. So, when I was a baby, around when Tupac and when that happened, New York was at its peak. Mm-hmm. Because you had Diddy, you had Mace, LL Cool J, Jennifer Lopez, Angie Martinez. They had all these big, you know what I'm saying, extra videos and stuff. That's when New York was on top. Right. And then time has changed. So, right now, the West, the South, the Midwest, Chicago, they're on top right now. So it's a circle. It's going to come back around. I think it's going to come back around. It will come back around. That's a definite.
Well, I guess I'll have to put that responsibility on you.
I'll gladly take that. As New Gang City, I'll gladly take that.
Yeah.
That's light work. That's like waking up in the morning.
Pretty much.
That's
as simple as breathing.
Mm-hmm. Question. Now you off the streets, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
I bring the streets into the building.
Oh yeah.
No more beefs. No more beefs in the streets.
I'm trying to be a good gentleman. I'm getting older, trying to be more mature. I don't look for problems.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not gonna run from it either as a man.
Right.
But it's just I don't know.
Sometimes you kill someone lyrically and they want to come after you.
Pun intended.
So you hear him, New York. He has no beefs in these streets right now. Everything is squashed.
Nobody crazy right now.
Right.
Nobody's crazy.
I hear that. Now tell me, I got you on the air right now. Let people know who you are. Tell them the C-Moez story.
Oh man, the C-Moez story. It starts 2005.
Mm-hmm.
2005, way back. I mean, shout out to IS-59, shout out to American Springfield. Mm-hmm. I was in school. See, back then, I wasn't like regular kids. Most kids playing basketball, football. I did a little football, but none of the stuff that most kids were doing, it never really stuck with me. And I always knew I had a love for like language arts, like reading, like any writing, like grammar. I always had a passion for that. It always sparked something in my mind. And with me being young and my parents on both sides, my mother and father being from the South, we would go down there during the summer and visit my grandmother when she was still alive. My grandfather, rest in peace. Being from the South, in a sense, there's a lot of musical presence because it's church. Right. So my uncles and my aunts, they all sing. So from a young age, I was always around the music. So then doubling back, with me not having anything to attach myself to, one morning I just woke up and bing, the light bulb. Well, just try music. Let's try it. And I started doing it. And that's how I started to learn how to count bars. I was writing poems first, like 8-bar poems. And then as I got older, I'm realizing that if there's 16 bars in a verse, all I got to do is write 8 twice. 8 plus 8 is 16, correct? Learn how to write verses, and I started with poems. So once I figured out music's my thing, and my mom, shout out to my moms, because she's the first person to put me in the studio.
Shout out to Mom Dukes.
Shout out to moms. My moms and pops was there. They booked the studio up time. Shout out to Ryo out there in Brooklyn. Shout out to ML. And they booked my first studio session.
Nice.
And
how old were you?
About 12. This all happened in the same year. A lot happened in the same year.
Wow.
And that was the first session. And when she always knew I was making music, but you know, like most parents, like they say their kids want to do something. Okay, you're gonna do it, but eventually you might fall out of it. It didn't go away. It's still like dominant in my life now. So when she seen like, oh wow, he's really serious.
Right.
Okay. So then she took me to my brother Hayes' crib, and that's when we started like really molding me into what I am now. That's where it originally started. And then I jumped into the battle. And the battle era was pretty fun.
We want to bring that back.
The battle era was pretty fun. Yeah, I used to battle rap.
Really? I love it. Rap. I think that's was it Smack DVD? Yeah, they don't have that anymore.
Yeah, they still have
it. They still got it, but
the DVD,
they more on YouTube.
Yeah, because the battle.
And they own private like websites and all that. Like.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Charlie Clips. Shout out Low Deluxe.
Okay.
Shout out Sue Surf.
All right, let's play the first track. C-Moez Right Now. That's one of my favorite tracks. I listened to it this morning. Right now, man. Shout out to Lambo Show. Shout out to Ty Wiz on the remix. That's coming soon. This single is on Going Up. The EP is dropping sometime this year. We're still putting the finishing touches on it. Shout out to Dolo Beats on the production. Right now, man, it's pretty much self-explanatory. If you're riding through the city late night, you know what I'm saying, after having a good weekend on a Saturday night or Friday night, you hear this record, you're going to feel the vibes. Let the top down, breeze flowing through. I know it's cold out, but cut the heat on, you'll be fine. Let's get to it.
Let's get it.
Up above the bed, get my swag right. Subtracting all the drama, adding comments, now my math right. I got my gas face on. You mad, right? Boy, I got so f***ed up that I don't remember last night. I had a bottle of the finest on some ice. What you know about it? Got some bitch from a white. Cito got the chopper in the trunk. Fight shit. Gotti had the sour and the paper on the vice grip. Whipping through the city, bumping Jeezy in the drop. Little mama keep on sucking, I don't care if we can stop. They out here telling stories that can get you on the block. I'm just trying to smoke this Molly while you hating cause we hot. I'm tired of getting by. Is you trying to get high? I'm feeling mellow off the lie. I'm just young and trying to get it. The Lord know I've been seeing it. Signing off, I'm independent. Ain't no limit on my limit. How you living? I got in a couple checks. I told him I'm coming next. That's right, I ain't get it yet. If you look in my eyes, you see a G. I put that on my mama, y'all ain't with me. I'm out here getting to it. This is where she wanna be. They blind to it now, but I swear they gon' see. I said I need it right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. I said I need it right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. I said I'm gon' party all night till I pass out, smoking till I pass out, drinking till I pass out. Party all night till I pass out, smoking till I pass out, drinking till I pass out. If you look in my eyes, you see a G. I put that on my mama, y'all ain't with me. I'm out here getting to it. This is what she wants.
do it on purpose.
Okay. If you just tuned in, you just listened to C-Moez
shout out to everybody listening
now.
Right now, man. Appreciate it.
Shout out to everyone tuning into the best show ever. My new co-host for today, Fanny. Shout out to Lady Day. I didn't forget you.
Shout out Fanny.
I'm just filling in, Lady Day.
Yeah, we
miss you.
We miss you.
Wow,
C-Moez.
that was nice.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I'm looking at him. I'm like, wait, who's this?
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, wait.
Yeah. There you go.
That's the
wow.
Moez, man.
Gang.
Nice.
Now see. In high school, we went to high school together.
Yeah, shout out
high
to
school. Shout out to Van Buren. In high school, everybody said you sound like 50.
Uh-huh.
I don't think so.
On this track, I see something different.
Uh-huh.
I see you got your own. You got your own thing. You believe that's true?
Definitely.
So you did sound like 50 or no?
Oh, well, when you say sound like, cause what people even say now, they say I sound like Exhibit.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
But it's like, okay, well, back then, the content, I could say, it sound like 50. Cause that's what I would look before. When you start anything, even if you're doing basketball, you got to look at something to critique yourself on. Okay. So that's what I was like mainly listening to. Like, so anything's unit, I was on it.
Right.
Anything, especially because like when you have a connection with them people, it's not just being a fan. Like you can actually go to the block and see these people. Right. Like it's like that. So it's like, wow, look what they're doing. And then for somebody who's just found something to attach themselves to, and you see somebody doing it, it's like, wow, okay. Because even with that, like with Big Homie 25, watching him, he's the one you could blame him for the mixtapes. He's the one that showed me how to that's a whole nother world you get into. When he showed me that,
shout out to Continental 5.
Facts.
Like my general manager just actually tweet me and he said he sound like a little bit of Scarface. You have a little Scarface.
Okay.
I was going
shout out to Sai.
Scarface, that's a legend.
Yeah,
I like that. I accept that.
He sounds real good. Really good.
Now on everybody tuned in right now, we got a couple of exclusive execs. If they try to cut you a deal, would you do it or you'll be like, nah, you good?
Well, it all depends what the terms and conditions are. Because if you doing music to chase money, you're just blocking space.
Yeah, you need a new occupation.
Because right now we're moving independent because there were situations that presented itself before, but since like they fell through the cracks, it's like, okay, like I said before, well, ain't nobody gonna do it for you. You gotta do it yourself. I've seen a lot in a short period of time, so it's like, you know what, you could just do it yourself. But it depends what they're talking about. Because, there's a lot of things. People think like, oh, you signed a deal and that's it. No. Do I own my publishing? Do I have creative control, writing credits?
Right.
Do I have that? Do you going to bring in your own team of engineers? Because I'm my own engineer. So, like, what is this? What are you talking about? But if it sounds right and it fit the criteria and fit the mold of me along with New Gang City and everybody associated with me, then why not? Let's do it.
Okay, cool. But I know you was with this. That's 50 or this 50?
What? This is 50. I was on their website. Yeah,
it was on their website, right?
Shout out to Paper Chaser.
Okay.
What up?
Motator,
what up?
Yes, sir. So what you got upcoming next for 2016?
Man, what don't I got coming up next? I got Throwing Rocks at the Moon that's coming soon. I got Going Up, which is the album you can pre-order on iTunes right now. I released the 2 singles over the summer, which was Returning to Hustle. Shout out to Big Homie Evil. We shot that video on America 109. Shout out to 25 because he was there too. He put that together. I got the Bombs video, which is out right now. I believe we're at 5K views right now. Shout out to This Is 50. They played it. 2 independent music reviewers, they reviewed it, gave it the highest marks you can get. We got that coming. What else? Got the New Gang City EP. New Gang City mixtape coming too.
That's the crew?
Yes.
How did you come up with that name?
Well, if you look at the logo, you have the logo on your phone, bro?
Yeah, I got your logo on my phone, bro. Come on.
You represent.
I got a new phone. I only got no pictures on this new phone. But pretty much, if you hear it, New Gang City, it's like New York City. And if you look at the logo is a playoff off of the Knicks logo.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So it's like New Gang City. It's like, okay, it's pretty much like self-explanatory. We represent what happened after like the aftershock of Queens. Like from all the greats, this is the result of it. When you get people like Nicki Minaj, people like Fifth, Stack Bundles, Change, rest in peace, Change. They from Far Rock, but it's still Queens. Like just everybody that came from Queens were the offspring of it. And then all together, I'm representing New York in the total. So we're giving you the new New York sound. That's why like artists like Dave East, I really like him a lot. It's just New York. This is what New York is now. And we represent New York. New York, the New York, New Gang City. 1080 gang.
Okay.
Okay. What about shows coming up? Any
shows coming up? Nah, no shows right now because we've been locked in the studio. People been hitting my phone, emailing me. They've been trying to get me to come out. I apologize, everybody, man, but we are definitely working. Some shows will be coming soon towards March and throughout the rest of the year until the ball drop again. But we definitely working. We just been in the studio working, just perfecting the craft, making sure the paperwork right, getting this independent thing up and running. We about to hit the ground running on the road runner.
I hear that.
I think that when an artist is independent, they have their own independent label or everything going on, they should look for a distribution deal. And
shout out to Diverse, that's who got me on iTunes. Shout out to Most Hated. Shout out to LCK for putting the promotional dollars behind that. I appreciate it.
Man. Shout out to LCK.
Shout out to Quake Diverse Hip Hop, because they the ones who pretty much gave me that plug to the iTunes. I appreciate it.
Okay, I know about 2-3 years ago you did Summer Jam, right?
Yeah, that was 2011.
It's 2011.
I graduated high school that same year. I did Summer Jam.
Right. Would you look, if they call you up, like, would you do Summer Jam again? Would you do it?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for two simple reasons. For the fact that Chris Nadler, rest in peace, he was one out of the two main key figures who put that through for me. Because from being, like, he didn't know me from a hole on the wall. It was pretty much how I got the opportunity. It was a class trip.
Yeah, I remember that.
Was there. And shout out to my music teacher, if she's listening. My old music teacher, Miss Grexa, told me how to play piano. I do get busy on them keys.
Hello?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do get busy on them keys.
Wow.
And like even when I was in high school, like I was battle rapping back then, and like the whole school knew I rapped. I battled half the school. Half of them got their lunch ate. When people woke up, they trying to battle after a while. I was like, okay, you can rap.
Take their butter crunch cookies.
Oh yeah, they came up trying to battle. I'm like, you could rap. I'm not replying to you. Like I'm not gonna do this. But the whole school knew I made music. So I was like, hey, why don't you come on this trip here to Pace University? It's a music conference. I'm like, I'm like, okay, let me go. Okay. Me and Gotti was in the same class at the time. So I was like, yo, you going? Yeah, bro, I'm going. I'm like, all right, so if you going, I'm going. So we went, and remember we was sitting in there. They had like a big introduction in the auditorium. Then, yeah, facts. And then they took us. They gave us like it was like a raffle. So whatever card you got, that's where you went. I want to go to the studio. I want to go to the studio. That's why I know there's a studio in this building. I want to go to the studio. The raffle I got was live performance. I'm like, live performance? I've done shows before. I don't want to do this. Like, okay, I'm going to flow with the flow. Walk through the room. I see Farnsworth Bentley, known for producing with Sleepy Brown and Outkast. Chris Nadler. Back then, he was the program director for Hot 97. When he passed, that's when Ebro came in.
Okay.
Last but not least was the big homie Riggs Morales. And from me just watching, like, I watch everybody, and like I'm looking at him, I'm like, yo, I seen him somewhere.
Right.
I just can't remember where, but I seen him somewhere. So pretty much that's in the back of my head. They're doing the presentation. I'm just looking at this guy like, yo, this dude look familiar. I can't put my finger on it, where I know him from. And he asked, well, who has the music today? My big homie 25 always told me, he was like, look, if you're going anywhere music related, make sure you have some type of music on you. Back then I was doing my first like original piece of music, which was called Anthem. So I had my jump drive with me. I had the actual songs and I had all the instrumentals on that hard drive, on the jump drive. And I knew them all by heart in the head. So when he said that, who has their music? I raised my hand. I'm like, I got music. He's like, okay, y'all gonna perform today. I'm like, what? I'm not dressed for this. I gotta stand up in front of everybody. I'm like, okay, whatever, cool. I'm like, I got a computer? Yeah. Plug the jump drive in the computer. Like, which song we gonna play? I'm like, I'll play this one. I performed the record. The record was like about 2-3 minutes. Yeah. By the time I finished saying the last words of the song, everybody in the room was like,
wow.
Like jaws drop, eyes wide open. My teacher, Miss Grex, is looking at me like, I knew you could rap. Whoa.
Remember, you gotta tell them no mic.
No mic at all. I had no mic in that room. There was no mic in that room. It was just the speakers. It was live. I was work the crowd, work the room. Doesn't matter if it's a jail cell or Summer Jam stage. You work that crowd, you move around, you do your thing up there, you representing you and everybody affiliated with you. And then everybody just clapping. They were like, wow, like that's really good. Well, when you go back to your seat now, like that's really good. So they just looking at me like, whoa. So at the end, I believe we went to lunch. That right after that. And then the first guy that walked up to me was Chris Nadler. And he was like, yo, how old are you? Back then, how old was I? 16, 17? Yeah. And I'm like, yo, you're really good. I'm like, thank you. Gave me his card. I'm like, okay, cool. Next guy woke up to me, Riggs Morales. He asked me, like, yo, like, you dealing with anybody right now? I'm like, nah, nobody at the moment. Right. He's like, I like that. Give me a call. Handed me the card. I looked at the card. Shady Records. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, hold up, my heart. I'm looking at Gotti. I'm like, yo, you see that?
Shady Records.
I'm looking like, oh, yo, you that serious right now? I'm like, I forgot all about Chris Nadler card. I'm like, oh, like I got Shady Records in my hand. Like, are you that serious? Like, this is the label that Fifth is signed to. Like, Dre, like Game. You know what I'm saying? The people I'm already paying attention to, along with everybody else. So I'm like, wow. So the whole day, I'm just like ecstatic. Like, like, wow. And then pretty much, and it almost didn't happen. Here's the crazy part. This is how the internet is wonderful. I was emailing them, calling the number, and I was giving the number to the secretary, but I was getting no response. So I'm like, was he fronting? He gave me his card, and okay, or whatever, life goes on. So I get a hit up. I'm in school, and my Twitter goes off. It's my homie Moti. What up, Mo? He's like, yo, some guy keep hitting me up trying to get in contact with you. I'm like, what are you talking about? I still got the DM to this day in my Twitter. He's like, yo, I don't know who he is, but Eminem following him. I'm like, who are you talking about? He was like, he sent me the link. I look, I'm like, oh, that's the guy, dude. Right? So I inboxed him. I'm like, yo, what's up? He was like, yo, I went looking all over the place trying to get in contact with you. What's up? I thought you was going to call me. I'm like, yeah, I called. I left my number with the secretary. He was like, all right, hold on for 1 minute. He left me on hold for like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, man, like my heart, like.
Right.
I'm like, oh, man, what's happening right now? And he was like, got back on the phone. He was like, oh, I apologize. You gave your number to the secretary, but I have another person that comes in and cleans my desk off for like any loose papers. They was taking all the loose papers and throwing them in the garbage. He said, I remembered your name and I Googled you. I found Moti because I seen he does most of your artwork. Inboxed him to contact you. I'm like, wow.
Oh, wow. So he really wanted you.
Yeah, he was really interested. And then what happened was he asked me if I could come meet him in the city. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And at the same time, I was talking to Chris Nadler, too. I still have this email today in my email. He asked me, you ever performed in front of 15,000 people before? I'm like, no. Why? Would you like to do Hot 97 Summer Jam for 2011? I dropped the phone. I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
Is this real right now? I'm like, yeah, I like to do it, yeah. So he was like, okay, come down to the city at this time. This and I'm looking, I'm like, hold up. This is the same day I got to go see Riggs for at Shady. I'm thinking, like, hold up. Are they plotting? Like, are they in this together?
Right.
It come down to it, they was in it together. They was both pushing for me to do that.
Nice. I
went down to Hot 97, collected my summer pass, like everything I needed to get in. Went to the back, met Flex, met a lot of people back there. It's a lot that goes on back there. So with music, it's a real big deal. Then went over to the Shady building, walked in there, all you see is the Beg for Mercy tour, the Anger Management tour, like the plaques and the jerseys Proof used to wear. Everybody signed when he passed away. This is what I'm looking at. I'm like, wow, this is really real.
Right.
Like, this is really real. That's like diamond and gold and platinum plaques on the wall. I'm like, whoa, wow. The day the Summer Jam came, originally I was supposed to open up for Yellow Wolf. Since I like Shady was the one that put me through there, I was supposed to open up for Yellow Wolf, but Yellow Wolf was late. So I ended up opening for Big Crit. I started off the Summer Jam for that year. Because if you've ever been to Summer Jam, they have the festival stage outside.
Yeah, I know.
That's what that is. And for the festival stage is mostly for artists that's on now, but they're building their fan base.
Right.
Because if I'm correct, the same year I performed was the same year Big Sean was up there. Gunplay was up there. Who else was up there? Ace Hood, Pusha T. Like, all these dudes have deals at the moment. I had no deal. No deal at all. And they put me up there, and the guy to the back that does the sound checks, and he's like, hey, well, find your name, because we got to find out who performed first. And for the day, they had my name next to the Shady logo, affiliating me. Okay, this is who he's with. So when he go on, this is how it's going to go. I'm like, wow, this is this is really crazy. And I did Summer Jam and tore it up. I got off the stage. People looking at me like, yo, who is this kid? Like, who is this kid, man? And then that day was like one of the best days of my life. It was really cool. But the bad thing, not really the bad thing, but unfortunately, Chris Nadler passed. And it was him and Riggs together. They was pushing. They was the ones who believed in the project as C-Moez as a brand. Right. They was the ones pushing it. So when Chris Nadler passed away, it was just Riggs pushing it. Okay. And me and Riggs, we used to talk a lot on Twitter, back and forth. I used to send him music, and he used to tell me, oh, that's cool, but try this, or try this type of beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember, like, don't do what they do what you do. Because at the time, I was still young, and as you're young, you see what people, oh, that's cool, let me go try that. Right, like, nah, find your own style and do what you do. Yeah. But unfortunately, the reason why the Shady thing didn't go all the way through, because remember, this is 2011. If you really know hip-hop, you know what happened in 2011. A lot of labels started a 2.0 things. Even 50 did it, Diddy did it. That's when MGK got put on, and Shady did it. And he told me straight up, he's like, look, I don't know if you know, but we just signed Slaughterhouse. That's like a 4-man group. And we just signed Yellow Wolf. I'm not going to lie to you. You're really good, but there's no money in the budget. Even if we do put you on, 9 times out of 10, you're just going to be sitting. Exactly. So he's like, I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm watching you. Keep doing your thing. When the time is right, the time is right. And then months went by. Haven't heard from him. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's a busy man doing his thing. And I'm like, man, he just chatting. He just talking. I'm posted on Twitter, posted a link. He favored it, then retweeted it. This is months later after I haven't spoken. I'm like, okay, so he is still watching. He's still watching. So every time I fall back and get comfortable, he has his way of letting me know he's still watching to this day. Right. So it's like, wow. And then he left Shady and went to Atlantic. And then I think with Atlantic almost happened too, but like I said, the fucking paperwork wasn't work. So I'm like, you know what? Okay. You know
due time.
In due time. So we're just gonna do our independent thing. And if another situation comes that meet the criteria of our molding, then yeah, we're gonna go all for it.
I think you should stay independent.
That's what it's looking like right now. That's what it's looking like.
And just merge with someone.
Because like the only reason why we would go major is to get on a bigger platform. Well, yeah. After we like Tech Nine, like after like watching him, he makes just as much money as Diddy. People like Mac
independent,
Miller,
they make more money.
They make a lot of money. And that's independent. So the only reason why we would go major is if after we dominated the independent field, there's the only, but so there's rooms to everything.
Exactly.
So once we reach to the top of the breaking point of being independent, it's like, okay, we're about to break through the floor. When you break through the floor, that's when you're breaking through the majors. And then we're just going to dominate that too, the same way we're doing the independent.
Okay. Now we're about to get to the second track, Just Another Day. Well, what inspired you to make that track?
Well, Just Another Day. Have you seen Straight Outta Compton?
Okay. I didn't see that yet.
Oh, that's a really good movie. I'm a hip hop head, so I had to go see that. With that happened before me. You got to know where you've been to know where you're going.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
Watching the movie and we meet the squad, go Cito, Gotti. After watching it, I called them. I'm like, yo, like you see, like in the beginning when it was. That's the stage we at. Like it's part of the process. And watching that really like okay, because sometimes when you making music. And like you see some people may excel quicker than you, it'll bother with you a little bit. If any artist out there say that it doesn't bother them, you're lying. Yeah, it bothers you some bit. You may not even think about it, but it bothers you some bit. Right. So I'm like, wow, just watching them and seeing where they started and where they at now. Like Dre was arguing with his mother, telling him he need to get a job. Now he owns he's the first billionaire in hip hop.
Yeah.
You see stuff like that. So pretty much doubling back, watch the movie. Dre put out an album to support the movie called Compton. I'm known for remixes. Even with Instrumental Slaughter, most of those are like remakes of certain beats that I like. Right. I heard this record just another day. It was The Game and an artist called Asia Bryant. So you know what I did? I heard it. It was real West Coast-ish. So I'm like, it'd be dope if I rap over this and give it that New York feel. And that's pretty much what this is.
This is some real... I don't even know what to call this.
It's New York.
He's a real artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bone.
Like, he's rounded. Like,
he's not playing at all.
He plays the piano. Like, he's grounded.
I also shoot and direct videos.
Man.
Look at that.
You see me, I'm like, wow. Like, I'm going back to the 90s.
Literally, when they said nobody's going to do it for you, you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
When I engineer on my own stuff. Like, my brother Hayes, he told me, like, look, if this is what you really want to do, you got to start from the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him like, what you mean? He went in the other room, came back. He brought out a recorder about big as this binder. I'm looking at it. It's a cassette. I'm like, yo, this is 2005. What are we doing with cassette? He was like, if you're going to do this, you got to learn how to do that first.
Right.
So
most of my early stuff is on cassette. I still have it.
Nice.
My earliest stuff, the first stuff is on cassette. It started there. Went in. I started, got a camera. Started watching directors like Eva Vera, Hype Williams, people like that up that alley, watching them and how their visuals look. I'm like, okay, now let me try to do my own thing, seeing how that look. Let me try to see if I could do that effect. Game time. It was over. It was over from there.
I'm getting like this. I'm trying to think of the name. I can't. It's not coming to me. Who's that? What's the name of that rapper? Like something to the east. So like he has a. Oh man, I can't rap. But I'm not a rapper. But I'm
trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Thinking like,
what's his name?
You got a song lyric or?
Yeah, listen, I'm not a rapper. Okay.
Okay.
I'm I could rap for today, but not like your style.
Yeah, I'm more.
He's like, this is when you have the real underground like.
Yeah, this is.
You know what I'm
style
saying?
Is more
like,
boom bap, like more. New York.
Real,
original.
I have people ask me like, yo, why don't you like try to go for the radio? I'm like, look, there's something for everybody. Like if I go to radio, I got to put myself in the box.
Right.
And then if you listen to let's be real. You hear my music and listen to it, I don't sound like them.
No.
I don't want to be like them. I don't want to know.
No.
I don't even look like. I don't even dress like. I'm trying. If I could, I still wear them big white tees and Yankee fitteds all day. But I'm hanging around these guys. They're like, yo, bro, come on, man. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, bro. I'm like, okay, let me.
You know
but they, just tweak a little stuff, and I tweak a little stuff even now and then.
How big is your crew? Like, how many people?
oh man.
Artist wise or entourage wise?
Both.
Artists, well, New Gang City is not just these three here. You got Hurricane Maine, which is also an artist. Shout out to Maine if you're listening.
And
He's an artist and a
producer too.
Oh. Okay.
Got another guy who's sick guy. This guy's bananas. Maddox. He's a producer. We got Smooth. Yeah. Also another engineer. He's also an artist. Yeah. We got an extended part of the family. My homeboy Webby Low. He got his own thing going on, but still moving at the end of the day. Game time. Who else?
We got Royal South.
Shouts
True Molly.
People down south. When Cito went, he's back and forth from New York to down south. When he went down south, he just took the influence of everything we was doing and brought it to the people he was affiliated with down there. Too. And that built a whole new movement down there. Like there's people doing the same thing we're doing, but down here. So how I look at it, I'm like, well, if you attack the game from different angles, eventually we all gonna meet at the center.
But the entourage, though, like,
there's a lot of supporters.
Is we extra deep, like from our parents, mid-30s to our age, even younger than that. Like we can't go nowhere.
All the way to Poland, the Paris.
Shout Moti, shout LCK, like we
Canada.
It's like we can't go nowhere. As a squad, we can't go nowhere.
We can't say that.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a family though at the end of the day. Because most of us, we all known each other since we were little. Like
me and this man, we met in 6th grade.
Facts. We was little kids. I known him since
6th grade.
I was taller than him at one point when I met him. This man, no. This is high school. He was already taller than me. I'm a midget. 5'5" gang, man. If you show it, don't trip. Love yourself, man.
You heard it.
Because I be on Instagram, man. They be wilding with the short jokes. I'm like, yo.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I want to feel a type of way or.
Word.
That's a fact.
Keep scrolling.
And if they get all the way out of pocket, I just unfollow them. And if I want to get petty, I report it.
Okay.
If I get petty,
ignorant. Ignorant.
If I get petty, I report it.
You heard it, New York. Watch your postings.
I will do it.
Short jokes.
Nah, like, it's cool. I crack jokes on myself. You gotta love yourself. They know that. My people know that.
I hear that. Now, see, from when you was making tracks with C-Moez.
Okay.
At the time, he was MC. What's different from that C-Moez and C-Moez in 2016, 2015?
Well, the content, I can't really say. Like, the content, it changes every 5 records. Like, it gets better and better. But the difference between then and now, I would say back then I was working harder. Now I'm working smarter. I'm still working hard. Like I wake up, and if I feel the energy, I'll go in there and record.
Bars.
But now I'm working smarter. So instead of throwing out a bunch of stuff and hoping it bite, throw stuff out, build and work on the craft. And when you think you got one, throw it out. And then when you throw that out, to back it up, throw out another mixtape. And I work so quick. How long did it take for me to do free sample? Free sample is like just another day that song's on there. Free sample is like 17, 18 songs. You know, want to know how real it was? The first song on free sample is Big Rings. This is the same day, What It's Time to Be Alive, Drake and Future. That's the same day that came out. Found the beat, rapped on it, to put my tape out. That's all I was waiting for, like an intro record. Like we worked that quick. So from then and now, I'm working really smart. I'm on a professional business level. Like if this is something you're going to do for the rest of your life and support the people around you, then you really got to get it together. I talk to myself every morning, get it together, Mo. Get it together, Chris. You gonna do this? You want to stay home, or you want to go and try to work? You want to sleep, or you want to work? When I'm home, I watch MTV Jams all day. True or false?
You want the Hyundai or the Ferrari?
That's exactly the fact. Because I've been on both sides. Living in LA and then living in Queens. It's like a beginning and an end.
Right.
Living in LA, like when your neighbors is white and people are pulling up Beamers and you know what I'm saying, like nice stuff. You see that, and then you go to Queens. It's like it's not the same, and that always bothered me. So at the end of the day, you got to figure out what you want. You want the Bugatti with the crib on the hill, you know what I'm saying, with the glass floors, or you want with steak and lobster dinner, or you want Chinese food, Apple, and not even Applebee's. You want Chinese food, chopped cheese, and the project buildings with the cops harassing you all the time because that's the environment you in. You got to pick.
Roaches in your cereal.
I never had that.
I never had that. I was just saying.
You on your own.
Yeah, look, the struggle get real.
He went there.
The struggle get real.
Yeah, you on your own, but pretty much it's like you got to figure out what do you want. What do you want?
You feel like when you make it there, like, will you be scared to go back? Because I know a lot of rappers,
No, I won't be. I'm not scared to go back. It's just there's a time and a place for everything. You got to figure out. Because keeping it real can't hurt you at a certain point. Because even now, keeping it real, like with certain people, and then like the one time, like you just can't do it because like there's something like you're occupied or obligated to something else, and then one time you don't do it. Oh, what you tripping for? You flipping. So it's like, you know what? I got. Do your thing, homie. I do mine.
It's crazy. We had that issue already.
Already. But
you would feel like you're changing.
But if I come back, I'll come back and I'll try to do what
positive stuff.
Positive stuff, and try to do with something nobody did for me. Like I might do a Roy Wilkins, rent that out for a day.
Right.
Have a showcase for the talent that's in the neighborhood, and maybe whoever is on at the moment, have them come out and perform. And whoever I like does the best, I'll bring them on tour with me. Stuff like that. Like really support, give back and put on. Because you got to play it forward, definitely.
Because I feel like a lot of rappers, they feel like, okay, I want to keep it real, and by going back to the hood, and they end up getting robbed. They end up getting hurt.
If you go back to
I
the
think Fab was
neighborhood-
robbed, right? The projects. I think so.
If you
so.
say that you're
I'm not
keeping
sure.
it real and you go back to the project and something happens, then what does that say? If people really love you, and they're not going to let anything happen to you.
Right.
But at the same time, there are people that will still be there that watched you get where you get, and just because envy because they're like, okay, what makes you so special? And that's when it starts. But you just got to be smart.
Right.
Don't put yourself in situations where stuff will happen. Because remember, like even with Chinks, that situation is really crazy. Because I mentioned earlier, Stack Bundles. That's the era I come from. Like
right.
The Snatcher tapes, the DJ Big Mics, the Lazy K, like the mixtape. When you had to go to Jamaica Avenue to get the CD, this is what I was doing back then. My mother's I might get in trouble. She used to give me money to eat after school. I would take the money, save it, and when I got enough, I'm going to Jamaica Avenue buying the newest instrumental CD, J Arms, Three Kings, How to Be an MC. That's what I'm buying. This is what I come from. So watching like Stack, Chinks, Bino, and all that from Far Rockaway, like Fully Loaded Glock, when I heard that blew my mind away. I'm like, yo, this guy's real. So from watching Chinks from when he was incarcerated to when he came out, and then I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm a fan. Like I'm a root for you if I really like the music. And then just seeing that happen to him, that really bothered me.
Rest in peace, Mozzie too.
Yeah, rest in peace, Mozzie too. Like watching him. I used to listen to Transport every day in van. It's like watching that is like it really that's heartbreaking. Because when you try to come back and try to give that love and appreciation, stuff like that happens, but it's sad. That's why it's a thin line.
I think that happens with people who really don't understand the hard work you put into what you're doing.
Oh, no one understands but you.
Yeah.
No one really understands.
And people who are actually doing it too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
The people around you, because they all they see, like even now, all they see and hear is me talking. They don't see the nights I can't sleep. Mm-hmm. They don't see the stress I go through.
The days you want to quit.
The days I want to quit. You know, I'm talking playing. I'm thinking about I'm about to this last tape and I'm out.
Just the other day, he was like, "Yo, bro, I'm about to just put all my money into y'all. Like I'm
pretty
done.
much. It's like I know what to do. Somebody just has to do it. So somebody got to do it. Mm-hmm. Why not it be me? Right. It's a lot of work. Like mixing a record, hearing something ain't right. Most people like it'll be the littlest thing. Like my ad lib is off. I don't like how the ad lib sound. I don't like how the word sounded. You know, like with Pro Tools, when you bouncing it, like it counts down, it'll get down to the last 10 seconds. The freestyle can be 5 minutes. I'll stop it and fix it and do it back. And I'll make sure everything is right. It's a lot of work that goes into it. And when you care about the craft that much and you care about how people listen and like this is a brand that there's people that actually support, I got to make sure everything is in top shape for when it gets to their ears. Even like LCK, I'll send him my EP ahead in advance for him to give me you know what I'm saying, like opinions of what I should change. Like, yo, the bass is slapping, the mixing is excellent. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm good. Shout out to LCK, he's a real good.
Yeah, he fiending for the New Gang album right now.
Oh yeah, because he support. He down for the.
He been begging for the album for months.
Facts.
Tell me your top 5 favorite hip hop artists. Right?
Top 5 favorite hip hop underground or just in general?
In general.
That's real. I listen a lot. I run through a lot of music. For top 5, this is the list based off of music and what they've done for the industry and the culture in a whole. Fifth is one.
Okay.
Because since Fifth, no one has really been able to top what he's done for New York. You got Fifth. You got Jay, just on a business level, and when he come out of his bag, when he starts rapping again, it's just like, that's why you are. That's why people respect you the way you do. You got him. You also got M. M is retarded. Like if you really listen to him, like that, he's a white boy. Like hip hop it started in the Bronx with African American people. You hear M, it's like wow, he came in and just adapted and just because hip hop isn't just about race, it's universal for he coming in and making it acceptable. Like, yo, I'm white and this is what I'm doing, and I'm giving it up bars. So you want to battle, we can do it. So like number 3 would be M. Number 4, Kendrick, because even though he did that it wasn't really a shock because I understood what he meant by that in the Control verse with the King of New York. Like I understood what he meant, but just how like he wasn't afraid to set it off because he was right. The game was too friendly. Everybody buddy, kumbaya, I'm my lord. Everybody, I'm like no. At the end of the day, I'm here to feed my family. I'm gonna rip your head off if I got to on this record. You're not better than me. I feel the same way. So Kendrick, he'll be number 4. Number 5. Number 5. See, I gotta be real careful who I give this to. And even though it's number 5, it's not like it's at the bottom. It's just there's so many people like that inspire me and I'm motivated by. Number 5, I would have to give it to Stack Bundles. I'm real New York. Mostly people in the list was from New York, but Stack Bundles because even when I started music, like aside from Fifth, the first person I started listening to was Stack Bundles. And just listening to him and the way he said stuff, like like I'm like, whoa, that's kind of cool. Like nobody's doing that. And like just listening to the music now, he was ahead of his time. Even on Chinks' new album, Welcome to JFK, there's a record with Chinks and Stack, and just listening to it now that came out last year, right? Listening to it and then listening to what's on the radio now, I'm like, yo, he was ahead of his time. He's still on top now. Nobody's really messing with him when it comes to that. So yeah, Stack could get 5.
I think Biggie was ahead of his time too.
Oh yeah, Biggie too. A lot of people, I got in an argument with my homeboy because he did the same thing. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your list? And he got upset because Biggie and Nas. I'm like, look, they're great. So of course, that's hands down. You, the reason why I'm here. I wasn't born in that era, so I can only hear the music. I can't see the impact when I come outside. Like Future got it right now. I come outside, jump man.
I know.
Like, stick talk. That's all you hear. So you can see how people are reacting. Biggie. Dope. I listen to Pop all the time, still to this day. But it didn't impact me because I was a baby. I was a baby when that happened. So when I'm listening to what's on the radio now, when you could come outside and see like people reacting to certain music now, that does something to you. So he got a heated argument. How could you not put Biggie?
That was his era, right?
Yeah, but even like I was like, I don't remember how old I was. I was alive, but I said before I got into music. When I got into music, the people who I was paying attention to, that's who meant a lot to me. That's the people. That was my heroes, the people I'm looking at.
I know you know the history of Biggie and Pac, but who would you choose, Biggie or Pac?
That's hard.
Biggie or Pac?
They're two different.
I'm two in the middle. It depends what you talking. You talking lyric wise, song wise?
He's no joke.
Song wise.
Overall influence. Because it's a lot of factors.
Let's do lyric wise.
Pac.
Pac, yeah.
Song wise?
Biggie.
As soon as you heard that, you're like,
who shot separate the weak from the op? You know what I'm saying? It's like, even though it was a diss, that song. Pac had some songs too.
Yeah.
Right.
But Biggie got that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm getting chills right now.
Right? All you heard was that, and you're like going crazy. But Pac was like his.
Yeah, Pac was an animal.
I hear that. Now, what about Cole or Kendrick?
Cole or Kendrick?
Yeah.
Really?
I listen to both. I'm a fan of both. I got all their albums till date. I'm gonna go with Kendrick.
Really?
So your man saying one of them saying Cole, one saying Kendrick.
Well, who said Cole?
Nah, he said Cole. Look.
He said Kendrick.
You said Kendrick? I ain't don't be switching sides over here, man.
Oh man.
He playing. He said.
I'm gonna get a lot of flack from that.
I heard him
You
say
put Kendrick over Cole?
I thought he said Cole.
Cole is nice.
Cole is definitely nice.
He's nice. He raps about what he raps about, but Kendrick puts you in that state of mind. Like he puts you there.
Right.
When you listen to Kendrick, it makes you feel like exactly what he's rapping about right now, you're in it.
Right.
And J. Cole is the same way, but it's like J. Cole is more in tune with it because like he's talking about himself.
It's cool. It depends on what you can identify with. That's some people that might like me, but not like Cito, Ace. But there's people that might like Ace, but not like me. Like back and forth. It depends what you can identify with.
We get that.
It's people that like it. It's real. That's your opinion. I can't kill you over that.
Kanye or Drake?
Kanye.
Easy.
Kanye.
Really?
Easy jump over jump.
Kanye. I mean, Drake is cool because Drake got the game right now, but creative wise, Kanye
Had it on lock since Jesus Walked.
That's a fact though. That's a fact though.
Crazy.
That's a fact. But if you want to look at it now, like Drake, she got that. Like he did the Meek. He did the Meek. Did the you still call me on my cell phone? In the video, like you know how to set trends. I think personally, like how he did the video, he did that on purpose so they can make memes out of it. He know what he doing.
Right.
How about female rappers?
Female rappers, you know what I'm gonna say.
Shout out.
Little Kim?
You know what I'm gonna say.
Nicki?
They cool. Like I said, I'm more underground. So you probably never heard of us. Shout out to Zarati. She's from the Bronx. But the artist I'm talking about is Snow the Product. She's a Latina. Yeah, she's underground. She's retarded. I got a crush on her.
You gotta bring her. You have to bring her here.
Yeah, we're gonna bring her here. We're gonna bring her here.
Retarded. She's retarded, man.
She's good,
She's a beast.
Really?
She's a beast. She's a beast.
She's Latina too?
She's Latina, so she'll. One thing that really catches my attention is because she like fast rapping in general. Some people are like, okay, it's just a mumble words, but when you're writing it, it's like a second of words, and it has to make sense.
Yes.
And she'll start fast rapping and start speaking in Spanish, and then flip back, and then go back and forth. And I'm just listening like, yo, this is too much for my ears.
She did a track with Tech Nine. That's the only thing.
Them two went at it.
Like, they went at it.
Like stuff like that, like lyricism. Because anybody, like you could write, like nothing's wrong with like writing a regular flow verse, but when you do stuff like that, that's like the extra credit. Like that stuff, like it takes a while because you've got the most skilled rappers in the world, and they can't do that. It's crazy. So Snow, she got it. But I mean, Nicki's cool. That Monster verse is still one of my favorite verses from her. Lil' Kim is cool. Oh, yeah. That Foxy, Remy Ma.
Remy is
the Brat,
Remy.
Lady Rage,
lethal.
Queen Latifah back when she was getting down.
Yeah.
Well,
MC Light,
Roxanne Shante. It go back.
Oh yeah, Salt and Pepper.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, but I don't know about females. I mean, Nicki, she's been holding it down for quite a while now. I mean, Remy is back.
Yes.
But we want to see more.
She back with a vengeance.
Yeah, like I would like to see more female rappers.
Yeah. You know? It's a male-dominated industry.
Yeah,
so
I know.
When a female does pop out, it's like, okay. And she can hold her own with the guys. It's cool to watch.
What I like about, like, if you go back in my time or, you know, the 90s, they weren't showing as... I think Lil' Kim is the first one that came out and started exposing, like, body parts. But the female rappers, like MC Lyte, Miss Melody, all of them, they weren't showing anything. They just showed their talent. Mm-hmm. And I think I would love to see that again. Yeah. You know, and you don't have to show so much to sell records.
Where, like, it got fuzzy because it originally started about talent. But this is where I get confused with myself. I'm like, okay, do they care about the talent? Do they just care about making money? Because I think about back then, was it really about talent or just back then positive music is what was popular? That's why it was selling. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Positive music is just what was selling. That's why it was popular. Compared to now, just being half naked on your album covers was popular. That's why it's selling. Yeah. So it's real. I get confused sometimes because I don't know what's going on.
I think it's about the money now. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's probably all about the money. But back then, the positive music is just what was popular. What was making.
I want to hear more.
You want to hear more? All right, we're about to go to the next track. We're about to go to the next track. C-Moez, Inhale.
Inhale.
Yeah, man. What inspired you to do that track?
Inhale was this record. Pretty much, man. If you heard so far, like the content I make is normally aggressive because like I make music on how I feel. So every now and then I'll let me make a girl record, but I can't make a girl record unless I actually feel something. That's why I like Drake so much because he has a way of saying things that we think about, and then he said, I'm like, wow, like I've thought about that all the time. Fabulous has a way of doing that too. So pretty much when I made the record, I'm like, well, okay, let me think. Well, what the record is, first verse is a girl I'm into. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm like you dancing in the club with her, but when the lights cut on. Okay, relationship over. Right. And by the second verse, it's like, I like you, but I'm not good for you at the same time. I'm not good, and I know that. So it's like, inhale. By the time you exhale, it'll be over with.
Ah. I'm thinking it's about weed.
in a sense, it's a metaphor for it.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's pretty much self-explanatory.
All right, let's get to it.
Trying to get my destiny involved. I ain't perfect, but this marijuana helping me evolve. What you want, where you been hiding, I show you I'm a loyal. That got you scared to commit. Wish I met you before these cold shoulder, no emotion. Yeah, I need to find it. Cause we get trust to the wrong people. I see the problem. Don't we got that in common? On your Instagram, I'm watching, just leaving you comments. I was gonna send a text, but I'll delete what I'm writing. And instead, I'ma roll this L and inhale. Try to hit my jack and dead to me. I smoke and try to cope with the pain. I'm drinking Hennessy. Up with the game, I'm giving melodies. Girl, don't let them with your brain. Just keep your head up. She try to make me cut off my hoes that wasn't set up. These hoes ain't looking for love. They trying to get up. Never switch up. Just let me change the look on life, girl. Then we can change the weather. Yeah, there's a chance that you won't last 6 months. She asking me about who I slept with. Don't ask too much. Baby girl, you need to take this L and inhale.
I've been scarred. I've gave an individual my all. And then forgave her, brought her back. You know what she told me? What she said? You too good to me. How I'm too good? How you be too good to somebody? But her own guilt was eating her alive. Anyway, that's another. We won't talk about that. But I'm commitment shy, and I'm not trying to get off subject. So whenever I'm in a relationship, I would do things to sabotage the relationship to make it not work for fear of being hurt again. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. If you're tuned in right now, you're tuned into the best show ever with DJ Vargas. Oh, man.
Vargas was good, baby.
I'm hanging in there, man. Fanny's here, filling in for Lady Day. Now, boss man, I heard you in Florida being played. I walked into a club, you was being played. You was being played in Jersey. People was calling me up like, who's C-Moez? Yeah. Been played in the club. I'll play you in the club. Your drop that you made for me.
You still got the drops.
Yeah, of course. The drops that you made for me on my mixtapes, everybody like, yo, who's this artist? I told him to C-Moez.
It's C-Moez, man.
Now, the track that's I'm here in the club is, we on air, F With Me.
Do you remember how, because I do so much, do you remember how it sounds?
Let's start it on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. You know, I got it.
This track right there, it made a lot of noise in Florida. I was in Florida not too long ago in November.
That's crazy.
People was going crazy.
I appreciate it.
That's over 20,000 people.
Frenzy 4.
I hear that. What inspired you to do that track?
That record? Well, pretty much when, for people who don't know, like 9 times out of 10, I record in my own home. And the only time I go to another studio is if I'm getting like the final mixing and mastering done. And I just moved into the crib at the house that I'm in now. I moved in. I'm like, let me bless the house. And at the time, that's the instrumental that was out. I'm like, what, let me do it. So I just jumped on it, did my twist, and put it out. And clearly, everybody, they rocking with it. Yeah, because that's on Freestyle Frenzy 4. One of the mixtapes I did.
What year was that?
Man. It wasn't long ago.
He has a library.
Yeah, an encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia.
1,000 pages.
That's crazy.
They get busy.
Correction.
Oh, just about to say that.
Busy. Yeah.
New Gang City, baby. And I'm the one that I got them punches. You feel me? You feel your rib cage hurting from miles away.
You gonna get that raw.
That's the triple threat arsenal. You got the fast flow, you got the aggression,
and you got the punch. They call us the triangle offense,
it's
man.
Like being in a boxing ring.
I like that.
The triangle
like
offense.
Being in a boxing ring with us, like no matter if one thing don't work out, something else work out.
And if it don't work, we gonna make it work.
We'll make it work. Feel me?
That's a fact. Teamwork make the dream work.
No, New Gang.
380.
Now, question: if y'all guys had to battle, right? Rappers, right? Let's say the rappers are Nas, Jay, Rakim, Lauryn Hill, Biggie, Pop, and Ghostface Killer. Who would you battle?
Well, not to sound cocky at all. Yeah. I just like I come from battling. If possible, I do all of them. Pause.
That's a fact.
Okay.
And not to be cocky, I'm eating all of that. Like
if I had to pick, Nas.
Yeah, I like Nas.
I
don't
because
know.
Nas, what he, I don't remember the record, but there's a record he did. It's a record he's talking about. Somebody was like he was telling a story, but he did it in reverse about somebody getting shot. So knowing Nas, he'll probably do something like that to me on stage. Nah, it's gonna catch me off guard. Like, whoa, wait a minute,
I'll battle Rakim. Yeah, he did. Yo, it's crazy. I feel like I came across a song that Rakim did with Faith Evans that I remember remix. And oh my God, he bodied that.
Shout out to GOAT Rakim.
Really though.
You see how Nas didn't chew Jay-Z with that?
Yeah. He
Nas, don't play with Nas.
Yeah. Like,
nasty Nas when he had the chip too. What you know about hip hop? If you don't know Nas when he had the chip too,
you don't know.
Or Jay-Z when he had the fast
in the gold teeth.
What about you, Gotti? Who you choose?
Well, you know, like we said, if we had to choose as a group, we in everybody. For me, nobody.
Who you gonna battle?
I understand that. For me,
he said they paying you to fight.
As a group, it's like everybody could get this work for me. But if I had to pick, I would want to battle Biggie.
Biggie?
Yeah, Biggie. Yeah.
I would want to battle Biggie. For me, because it's like I like his creativity, and I'm just as creative as him.
I'm sorry, bro. I got my money on Biggie.
I think outside the box. I don't like being stuck in Pandora's box. For me,
I'm sorry, bro.
You got to get out of that. So I will have to choose Biggie, man.
Nah, I said, I'm sorry, bro. I got my money on Biggie. Like,
nah, I mean, you can have your money. You can have your money on Biggie, bro. But don't
at the end of the day, man. At the end of the day, man. It's New Gang America.
Like, who shot you? He separate the weak from the ops.
He gonna be like Gotti.
I had on a bulletproof vest.
Now see, with the new rappers, the new people that's being played on air, who would you make a track with? Wow.
Yo, I'll do a track with YG.
YG's cool.
I'll do a track with
now,
YG.
With the people on the radio right now?
Yeah.
They're all dope. To believe it or not, like they all got their own. They all got their special thing that put them where they at now.
Right.
That's true.
I want to do a record with somebody that's like don't like just gonna bring something else out of me. Like when I do a record with Gotti, like that bring the fast flow. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to out fast him, and when I'm with Cito, I'm trying to act just as wild as him. Right. So when I do a record with somebody, I want somebody that's gonna bring like something different out of me.
I like Tory Lanez.
Yeah, Tory Lanez is cool.
Lanez, yeah.
I think Bryson Tiller. I think Drake.
Drake?
Yeah, I think me and Drake, because I have like the moments where I fall into my R&B pocket and I'll do certain melodies. So I think, and Drake got bars too.
Yeah,
so I think like he'll probably make a fire hook, and I'll just black on the beat, and then he'll just come back with another verse. I think me and Drake can make some good music. There's a lot of people like Drake. I think me and Kendrick can make some good stuff, some real like stuff dope for the culture, like stuff that'll stand time. Because if I'm gonna make a record, the goal is when I make a record, I'm not just making a record just to make it. I'm trying to put a stamp on time. Like there's a record we got called Nintendo, and
it's on F-Rap.
Yeah, and then when you hear the record, there's nothing else like it. Like you can't duplicate that feeling. And when you hear it, it's like wow, this is one. Like you could feel it. So when I want to collab with somebody that's gonna make that same impression.
I feel like my career ain't gonna pop off until I do a track with Jada.
Oh, that's one of my favorite artists. I love Jada.
D-Block.
Shout out to D-Block.
You know,
Dice Payne. Shout out to Dice Payne.
Shout out to Dice Payne.
Yeah, we opened up for a show for Dice Payne.
Shout out to D-Block.
You know, it's Snoop Dogg that got me into like Cali music.
Oh yeah.
Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg. What's the other one name? He had that. This is where I wanna be.
You know what you're talking about.
Right?
I just don't know that.
I don't know the artist. I know he's over.
Yeah, I don't know the title of the record.
I mean, people think it's pop, but
I don't think it's pop.
The West is
where it's at.
They have a lot of people that came out the West. Even down there, let's not even think about the people now like Kendrick. You got Eazy-E, them back then, and they set trends. Like this is what I was saying. Like with New York really don't got their own like real look no more. Because like even now with NY was home with the Timberland boots and Navy Yankee fitteds, and we in the projects. You know what I'm saying? Like now everybody like New York is like a strip club wave. New York wasn't known for that. It's cool. Cityscapes.
Shout out to Cityscapes.
Occasionally I'll roll through, but the West Coast is like now. You go through there, you'll see a low rider. You know, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. You know what I'm saying? Like they got the culture, like, and I like that. And they got so many people that come out from over there, like the Dog Pound. Shout out to Corrupt. He did a drop for Multi, and they threw it on the tape. Shout out to Corrupt, Big Trey D, like everybody from the West, Snoop, Exhibit, like everybody out there, like you know what I'm saying. Your boy Menace. Shout out to Menace. He play OG Two Tone. Whack 100. What up?
Too Short from out here.
Not Too Short from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
He's from Cali.
I like him too.
They're from Correct, yeah.
Where?
I like Too Short.
Pac from here.
Pac from Harlem. He, crossed over there.
Oh yeah.
He's still New York in his blood though.
Oh yeah. So tell him one more time what you got for the future, 2016. I know this year is y'all year.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you want to be technical, every year is our year because every year we do something different, and every year we did something we didn't do before, and we're growing as artists. Like, even like I know you since we was in like Van, right?
Right.
I was nice back then, not to be cocky or anything. Like I had bars back then. Right. Only thing that happened is I got sharper. So now when I spit, it hurt more now, and like for the rest of the year, just like more music. Definitely more music. We got, like I said, we got projects. We have so many songs we didn't even put together yet. It's just songs that we recorded, and then we'll go through, pick the best ones, and then with the feeling, depending on what the feeling we get when we hear it, that's what we'll name the entire project. Okay. So we got like a lot of music coming from me solo, Gotti solo, from Cito, the Kid A solo, and New Gang City as a whole. I have videos I have yet to release. Okay. This is all about we got to make sure the foundation is correct. So when we put it out, everything on the same platform, everything's professional, nice and packaged nice. So when people get it in their hands, it's it's not like I half done or mediocre. Because if you're gonna put your foot forward, put your foot forward. Because at the end of the day, this is a business. This is a livelihood. This is a culture that we're living. This is what I love to do, and it's also gonna feed the people around me. So if I'm gonna do it, when people look back, I'm like, okay, everything's nice and done. Not okay when you get on, then you want to start cleaning up your act. Now you gotta focus and perfect your craft now. Because if you don't, somebody will snatch the crown from you. You see what happened to Meek.
Yeah,
that was tragic.
Yeah, that was tragic.
Did that boy dirty.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell the listeners where to find you on social media?
Oh yeah, I'm on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. It's all the same thing. You can follow me, snap me, or add me on Instagram at C-M-O-E-Z G's Up. It's C-Moez G's Up. That's C-M-O-E-Z G-Z-U-P. The same as the YouTube. You can go to Google, type in my name, C-M-O-E-Z. A lot of stuff will pop up. Some old, some new. If you come across the social media, just hit me up. Let me know you listening. Let me know you support it. You know what I'm saying? We all love
New
Gang
City on social media as
yes,
well?
we are. Facebook, New Gang City, SoundCloud, New Gang City, Audio Mac.
New Gang City.
Kick the Door Open, hosted by Moti. Mm-hmm. Still doing numbers. Shout out to Audio Mac for the sponsorship.
Okay. What about you, Gotti?
Well, for me, you can find me on Facebook, feel me, Gotti Abu Dhabi. You can find me on Instagram, same thing, Gotti Abu Dhabi. Only difference is G.A.D, because I don't got time to be spelling all of that out. Twitter at Rob_Gotti, feel me. You know, Snapchat, Gotti_Grimlock, feel me. We lit. Sleepwalking coming soon. New Gang City EP coming real soon. Like, sooner than you think.
Today.
Feel me?
Actually. Today, yeah.
Feel me?
Oh, we definitely got to do a release party for that.
Yeah.
Done since last year, bro. We working.
You can find the Kid Ace. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. You feel me? My Instagram, the Kid Ace 380, THAKIDDACE 380. My Facebook is Lee Davis. You know, that's regular. My Snapchat is NGCito, you know, New Gang Cito, NGCITO. You know, get that tape RP Spook Block on Audio Mac, man. Shout out to DJ Black Blocks for hosting that.
DJ Black Blocks.
Word.
What up, man?
Hip hop is not dead.
It's not.
Oh no, hip hop ain't dead. It just went underground like a subway.
You know,
because that's where all the real talent at. We gotta go to the show. Shout out to Major Stage with G Money.
Yeah, shout out to Major Stage, G Money.
It's an artist I met from Jersey, Valona Denise. Mm-hmm. Fire from Jersey. And if I would have never went to that showcase, I would have never met her. She's actually on the F-Rap EP, Bacon, Egg, and Cheese. That's a nice record.
Yo, shout out to my pop. Yo, we shouted Chisel out earlier. He just texted my phone like, how you not shout out my pop? Yo, shout out,
you out, big homie.
Yo, shout out to Chisel. Shout out to Mika. We just ain't shout y'all out on air, but we here now. You feel me? New Gang City.
The big homie Chisel.
Word.
All right, boss man. You know we gotta wrap it up, but you'll definitely be back for a following up. We'll definitely be back. All three of y'all, man. I know,
thank you for having us, man. Really,
it's a pleasure. The pleasure is mine, bro.
Yes, it's a pleasure.
Oh yeah. When I see people working, I gotta bring them in. Like I said, I bring the street into the building, and then from there we jump off. You know what I mean?
That's where the talent is at.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course.
Because at the same time, you got to be humble. Because at the same time, like I feel like I'm in a good position now. When people say who's the best rapper alive, I really can't give a name to it.
New Gang City.
Here's that too. Right. That too. But here's what's gonna mess your mind up. What if the best rapper in the world isn't born yet?
About that.
So you got to be humble at the same time. Because even though I'm in a good position now, you can't forget that.
Maybe it's a child of New Gang City.
Like my nephew right now, like I see like him doing certain things that I was doing when I got into music. It'll probably be him that'll grow up and take my head off. Right. You see what I'm saying? So,
shout Winter and Bella.
Oh yeah, shout out to Winter, Bella, Jaden.
Yeah, I'm not.
J-Rock.
New Gang City. That's it. That's what it's gonna be from now.
Shout out Kalia,
word.
Kalia,
shout out to
Hurricane.
all the baby New Gangs. You feel me? Baby Royals. Mm-hmm. It's all female. It's all girls though.
Any loyal fans you want to shout out? Because I know you guys.
Well, number one, my mom's.
Mama Jukes.
Out of everything, anything like she listens to it. Like people like that messes them up because they'll see her driving down the street and then I'm like, is that she playing C-Moez? Like she really listens to the music. Like everything I have, she listens to. Like she wants it. Like when she'll find out I put something out when she look and see my SoundCloud, I don't got this song.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's nice.
Yeah. My fault. That's the number one fan. Like before anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start music, like, oh, you're whack, da 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 da. She was like, nah, just keep doing your thing. The more you do it, the better you'll get. That's the number one fan right there. Moms, LCK, Moti. It's just so many people. Like if we'll be here all day. We'll be here all day. But number one for me is my mom. She support the movement.
All right, boss, man, we're going to get into some music and just turn up from there.
Word, man. New Gang City, man. Shout
Vargas,
Fanny.
thank you for having me,
DJ
man.
Vargas.
You know it, bro.
KreyolJam.
KreyolJam, all that.
So sad.